My name is Rhapsody, welcome back. Slay the Spire, the Heartbreaker Ascension grind, or Heartbreaker Chronicles. Time to go in with the Ironclad. Alright, 7 max HP for a rare card. All the enemies in the next 3 combats have 1 HP. If we can guarantee an elite kill with the... Oh, we can't. Oh dear. I'll probably go for the rare card then. Limit Break. I take Limit Break there over the Fiend Fire because I'm looking for an option that will allow me to scale in the later game. In particular, because I believe that scaling is maybe not essential, but definitely incentivized for a boss fight as rough as the... Ooh, nice. For a boss fight as rough as the Heart. So spot weakness, flex, all that kind of thing. Oh, there's a flex. Going to the shop, looking for it. Oh, look, it's another flex. And I'll card remove a strike. The problem here, of course, is I'm heavily reliant on having a flex in the same hand as a limit break. Otherwise, all of this is for naught. If only I could have had that Vajra, but that's not the way that worked out. Goodbye, Jawworm. Hello, Thunderclap? Yep. Thunderclap with these flexes, like, provides a little bit of AoE for the deck. I'm pretty pleased about that. Let's upgrade the Limit Break as soon as is possible. I'm going to go for the upgraded Elite here. Very hopeful that it is... Lagavulin would be our easiest fight. Gremlin Knob would be our hardest. I think if we can pick up another attack after this combat, then we'll give ourselves a better chance against the Gremlin Knob. We'll take the Pommel Strike for that reason. There's the Lagavulin. Great. So obviously I'm looking for Flex Limit Break in a hand. So next hand is going to be Thunderclap Bash. Get all that vulnerability stacked. And now we're just looking for more of our... limit breaks. Limit Break, definitely defend first, then strike. Alright. Should now be able to take these 2 turns to kind of just extend for lethal. It'd look a lot like that. Blue Candle. Unplayable curse cards can now be played. Whenever you play a curse, lose 1 HP and exhaust it, as well as the Emerald Key. Now we could take that Fiend Fire. Battle Trance is actually really good in this deck because of the fact that we have 0 costs and the fact that we have combo cards in our opening draws. So Shrug It Off as a defensive option so that we can spend some more time building our stuff up as well as having a draw attached to it. I'll take the Shrug It Off. If I get that same decision later, I'll take the Battle Trance. Upgrading both of these flexes is going to help us have the run take off a lot quicker. Cleave, nice! Some more AoE for the deck, pretty happy about that. Art of War versus Sapphire Key. If you don't play any attacks during your first turn... sorry, if you don't play any attacks during your turn, rather, gain additional energy next turn. We almost always play attacks. Is that true? It won't be later. I'm going to take off. Nice. So I'm picking up the Inflame here so that I have something to use my first Limit Break with. Very happy to have that Cleave and Thunderclap in the deck at this point. Yay, extra energy next turn. Alright. Flex, flex, Thunderclap. Oh, hell yeah. I actually ought to take out that target before they deal any damage because it's quite likely I can take out this Sentry. Or at the very least defend. Yeah, defend is enough as well. We got him. This deck needs one Reaper, and then we are off to the races. Bag of Preparation at the start of combat. Draw 2 additional opening cards. That is very good for us. I'll take a feed there. Smith the next flex. Probably Thunderclap Cleave after this to prepare us for the AoE that we require next floor. I'm going to Thunderclap Bash. If the next card on my deck turns out to have been Limit Break, I'm going to be really annoyed about that. As much damage as I just caused myself by playing those 2 skills, I think it will shorten this battle by long enough to be worth it. I figured that was going to be enough. Dreamcatcher, whenever you rest, you may add a card to your deck, as well as Demon Form. So now I have trouble. Demon Form Limit Break wins, but you need to survive while it starts. I'm gonna take it. This is my first Demon Form take in a very long time, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Don't want to play that Pommel Strike because I don't want to draw into a card that I desperately want. This is the kind of thing that I'm worried about. Demon Form just chunking up a hand and providing nothing to us. Well, at least we're below 20 HP now, which is actually preferable. Hopefully we get feed in the next turn. Well, we got the flex. I spoke too soon. Perfected Strike. Sword Boomerang is a great damage delivery technique card. Inflame and Heavy Blade both totally fit into this deck currently. Okay. Well. I'm gonna smith that Inflame. We just need a Reaper, and then this deck suddenly goes off like a lighter. Like a lighter? You know, goes off like a lighter, the famous phrase. It goes off like a firecracker. I'm going to exhaust the feed there because I do want to draw other cards. It's too much damage to take this turn. I can't play Demon Form. That said, playing the Bash here makes us take 4 damage, but it'll help us get a hell of a lot more out than that. Cool. Alright, now we should pretty much just be able to race for lethal. Gosh, I hope we get a Reaper after this, though. That's not going to do it. Offering so that we can get our combo pieces together earlier as well as get our powers out seems like a really good idea for us. All of these are energy relics, so I'm pretty pleased about that, but the inability to upgrade that Heavy Blade or that Offering or that Demon Form or that Pommel Strike, that's really rough. And Runic Dome is just a really, really, really difficult take in the Heartbreaker grind. I'm not gonna go ridiculously into each of the pros and cons for each of those individual relics there, primarily because like 10 minutes of every single episode in the Heartbreaker Ascension grind has been discussion of the pros and cons of each individual boss relic, especially energy relics. Oops. Definitely misordered that, by the way. I'll just do that again. Could have gotten slightly more damage out. Thankfully, didn't matter. Affected Strike, yeah. Okay, we do need some more defensive cards. We've got to remind ourselves of that. Like, long fights are going to ruin us. For instance, this fight isn't particularly long, but good lord, we are going to lose a lot of HP here. 15, 15, and then 13 becomes 19. So 15, 19 is enough to kill a frontliner, right? Lumen Break, Thunderclap, Heavy Blade. No need to get anything else involved with that. Escape. 1000% escape. There's no way I would be able to take up that following battle. I think I accept 10 damage this turn so that I can play Demon Form. Is that dumb? That's dumb. That's dumb. Yeah, don't do that. Nine. If I make you vulnerable, this goes to... You know what? I'm going to use Vulnerability Potion here to try and get some max HP. I could have just put one of them on the ground. The fact that the Sword Boomerang hit one target each time was just diabolical. Ugh. I'm taking, 7 if I don't do this, so I may as well. Attack poke, Whirlwind. Yep. Extremely good. Gives us the AoE we were really looking for. I am going to take the 50 gold here and then cut across to a shop. I don't think I need any of... I'll take the... Shrug it off. And just another card removal on a strike to try and tend the deck defensive. I was going to go for an elite here, but now I'm actually rethinking that. No, I'm not. We'll go for this one. Not really what I was looking for, but we'll find a use for it. It'd probably be a lot like that. I mean, we're definitely playing the Limit Break because we can't take an enemy out this turn anyway. And then, yeah, we won't be able to take out after. It's okay. Please give me a Reaper. I would really like a... I thought the enemy had less than 42 HP there. That's entirely my bad. So what I'm going to do here is try and stall to see if I can get feed for the kill. Yay! All works out in the end, right? I'm redeemed, right? That was really bad on my part. Alright, I'll rest her. Other in flame? Sure. We need Reaper. This deck now needs Reaper to have the ability to heal after it does all of this stuff. There's just no two ways around that one. Okay. Take you out. No Iron Wave, thank you. Strawberry, raise your max HP by 7, just because we've got an elite fight in a moment. I think that's going to be pretty much essential. If I don't draw strength from this Pommel Strike, and I don't, I'm playing Demon Form. I'm going to need a scaling effect in this fight because the enemy scales a lot faster than we do. All right. Now we're looking on finding Heavy Blade or Vulnerability as well as a couple attacks. That'll do it. Question card. Future card reward screens have one additional card from which to choose. Not bad. Havoc. Fine. Totally fine for this deck. There's nothing that I am... Wow. That's a really good opening hand for us. There's nothing that I'm too cautious to not play. So Havoc can be fine for us. Yeah, in order to save my HP here, I'm going to use the vulnerability potion in order to kill. Second heavy blade. Going to rest here. Double tap seems really good because we have the extra energy already. Double tap Whirlwind in particular comes to mind. Hopefully the next card isn't like Demon Form or something. Ha! Nice. Inflame, inflame. Defend, defend. Obviously what I'm doing here is I'm waiting for Whirlwind. So setting up those inflames is particularly handy. Woo! Alright. There it is. Lethal. Thank you for the courier. The merchant restocks cards, relics, and potions, and all prices decreased by 20%, as well as 2 cards I don't want. A shop with Red Skull. When your HP is at or below 50%, you have 3 additional strength. Sure. And I'll take another Havoc. Now the boss is the Collector. I think against the Collector I'm going to need to rest prior. Not that I'm pleased with it, but if it has to happen, it has to happen. Headbutt could have been used to put the Limit Break back atop the deck, but the problem there is I need to have had Strength, and then Limit Break, and then Headbutt for that to be worthwhile for me in the first draw. And because of how this deck currently functions, the first draw is the only draw that really matters, like, for that kind of a setup. Sadly, we drew Whirlwind in that hand. Really wanted it next hand. That's okay, though. God damn it! You better be a good card. I can't believe... Limit Break. It's got to be double tap bash just to take out one of the grounds. Right? Because if we don't take out one of the ones on the floor, I'm dead. And now we're still almost dead. All right, it's gonna have to be some sort of a godlike draw this turn. Double tap Whirlwind Flex. So if I double tap that Whirlwind, we're doing 90 damage. That's not gonna be enough. So what I need to do is double tap. This Havoc needs to play a Heavy Blade. And it's still not enough. There was no way I was defending that turn. So, you might be wondering, Rabs, that deck is doomed. Why would you ever do that kind of an archetype, a strength kind of an archetype here? Especially a strength kind of an archetype that is as aggressive rather as that was. The primary reason is that I was 1 card from winning. Reaper. As soon as I had Reaper, I was way better equipped for literally that entire time. It would have been good. It would have been nice. It would have been fun. It would have been good. But that's okay. Don't dwell in the past. I'm gonna take the cursed 250 gold. I very rarely do that. But I'm gonna do it because the next space has the ability to remove it. Or I can just leave the curse in the deck if we have like Duvu Doll in the shop. Oh, you're tempting me. Oh, you know I love Rampage. Game, come on. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Bag of marbles, bag of preparation. Thank you. Take a True Grit and I'll upgrade it soon. By Laos, hello. Second rampage. I'm gonna take it. Remove a card from the deck. Sure, let's get that Parasite out of there now. Lose some max HP. So we've got 2 rampages in the deck, which is why I feel like elites aren't gonna be so bad for us. Feel like it's likely we kill next turn, so I defend it this turn. And we do kill. Cool. Third phase turn, when we play a power, heal for 2 HP, as well as cleave. I know I'm adding a bunch of cards to the deck. I'm trying to give this deck the ability to win against multiple different enemies. So in particular, well, multiple different enemies, literally, I guess, in this case. In particular, I want the ability to fight the sentries as well as I can fight other elites at the moment. See, no matter what I do here, I'm fighting 2 elites in a row. So I can't take an armament and then go, oh, well, it'll be good in the future. Because that's too far in the future for me to care about right now. Immolate, obviously. I actually opened that attack potion with the hopes that I would get an Immolate there. Very pleased about it. There's the cleave, which I was obviously talking about before, wanting specifically for this scenario. Okay. Smash strike to prevent the damage. Come on, rampage, rampage. Oh, we got one of them. Ah, there's the other. Oh, Memori. Damn. Negate the next 2 curses you obtain, as well as bludgeon as a finisher. I think I might take that just for the ability to take out elites. Especially on turn 1. Bludgeon's pretty ridiculous, and we have a higher chance to have it on turn 1 because we have the Bag of Preparation for the extra draw. Gremlin Horn, whenever an enemy dies, gain an energy and draw a card. Gremlin Horn makes the bludgeon pick up a lot better. Although that was a really garbage opening draw for us. Uh-huh. Unfortunately, we got both rampages at the very bottom of the first shuffle, which means we have to get 3 shuffles in before we can play our second rampage. Second, like, level of any rampage. Anchor, start each combat with 10 block. Really good for us. Helps us get more aggressive on the opening turn, which we tend to want to do because we have the Bag of Marbles with vulnerability on our enemies on the opening turn, so we don't want to be defending, we want to be attacking. Emerald Key, as well as the regen. Nope. There's a lot of cards in this deck that need to be upgraded. For that same reason, I'm going to go to another rest over here. I want the armaments both upgraded as well, but those 2 cards desperately needed to be upgraded. Right. Forgot that I had Gremlin Horns, so the extra energy and extra draw went unused there. That's my bad, obviously. Cool. Really bad combat here. I'm particularly displeased to be here. Mm-hmm. I'd have loved to drop a bludgeon, but I'd be taking a ridiculous amount of damage to do so. Lame. That was really poor. Havoc. We definitely need to rest before this boss fight now, though. Okay. First turn there could have been definitely worse. if I can set up vulnerability this turn, which I can't. Okay, that weakness is going to be a problem. Means this bludgeon's not a kill. Well, at least the strikes individually are kills next turn. One down. I could split the frontliner, but I'm better off killing the backliner just because of the amount of damage they were going to be dealing. Thankfully, they're not attacking this turn. That is to say the spike slime. I don't deal a bunch of damage next turn, so I'm worried about this. Whether I should split this turn. I think I don't split this turn, actually. Right. I may have missed out on a slime I was capable of burning previously. I've only just recognized that. And now we're looking for bludgeon for the kill. But, you know what? We'll take a detour. That'll do it. Second bludgeon's too much. Or is it? It's not, and here's why. Give me this Neko Eye! Damn it! It has to be so I need the extra energy. Yeah, I straight up took the second bludgeon on the possibility that I would get the Neko Eye there. There's a little bit of sense in it otherwise, which is to say, hang on, I'm looking for the path with the most fires. 3 and 1 elite with an early yeah, we'll take this one actually. But there's a little bit of sense in it otherwise, and the sense otherwise is that now I'm more likely to have a bludgeon on turn 1. Which will oftentimes just remove a target from existing, which is nice. Okay. Trying to try some new things. Definitely shrugged off here. Oh, obviously preserved insects. Enemies in elite rooms have 25% less HP. Also Juzu Bracelet. Normal enemy combats are no longer encountered in question mark rooms. Also Whirlwind. Yes, I understand that Apotheosis is good. And I like it as well. It's whether I take Shrug It Off or Whirlwind here. I can't take both. I'm exactly one short. See, I think I need some more AoE. And especially if I get Whirlwind on turn 1. I don't defend enough to use that. Ah! I'm Sozu. I forgot that I had Sozu. 1 of 20 cards. Please, for defense. Shrug it off. Yep. That's what I was looking for. That's what I got. Sure, that gets negated. Ooh, 1 additional energy on the first turn. Hell yes. I need the Whirlwind upgraded, then I need the Bludgeon upgraded, then I need the Shrug It Offs, probably. Got him. No. If I had more draw in the deck, I might consider Bloodletting there just because of the high cost of our deck currently. Not take any of those, obviously. Sundial, every 3 times you shuffle your deck, gain 2 energy. We do really like energy, and the deck is actually relatively thin at this point in time. Okay. Don't attack upcoming turn. Right? I got a Bludgeon. That's exactly what I was about to ask for as well. Happy Flower. Every 3 turns, gain an energy. Our energy has actually kind of sorted itself out quite quickly here. It's nice. We had energy problems, and a very, very, expensive deck in terms of its energy costs. And it's just gotten a lot neater. Very pleased. No, I heal 6 at the end of a fight anyway, so consider that I'm only taking 5 damage that turn as long as I kill. And I do. I would have taken Seeing Red before I got, 3 energy relics in a row there. Now I'm considering whether I go for another elite. I think I do. Well, we're fully defended this turn. Uh-huh. And you're within the realm of bludgeon. Boot, as well as... Nope. Another shop gives us the opportunity to pick up a war paint. I may do that. It could upgrade 2 defensive cards. I've got 2 Shrug It Offs and 4 unupgraded defenses. Yeah, Shrug It Off and a defend. More than happy to have those upgraded, frankly. Ludval, at the start of each combat, heal 2 HP. Yes. And we'll smith the other bludgeon. Hopefully I get Snaggle Eye after this boss. But we'll see. Really unfortunate to have Whirlwind in the opening hand there, but what are you going to do about it? One enemy down. Cool. Okay. I'll elect to remove a defense from the deck at that point because it's one of our weakest cards available. We should be lined up to kill the frontliner in the upcoming turn, despite our weakness. No, we can't. We're dead this turn. What a bad draw. Would have helped, 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 would have helped. Wow. What if I did not burn that defend in the other hand? I'm frail right now, so the defend would have defended me for 3, which means I would have still died this turn. Even if I did not burn the defend from the True Grit and drew it this turn. Maximum damage I can do is Whirlwind, and it's not enough to kill the Torch. Heading the front line. That's why I was so interested in upgrading my defenses and adding in every Shrug It Off that I could find. I also really would have liked a reasonable opportunity to pick up weakness in that deck. Clothesline, like a pre-upgraded Clothesline especially, would have been great for that. I did turn down a Shockwave at a point, but I turned it down before I got a bunch of extra energy, which would have then justified the ability to use it. At that point, I feel like Shockwave would have been the right decision, but I made the choice to not take Shockwave, like, possibly even before I got Preserved Insect and Juzu Bracelet. Also in that final store, there was Blind, which was another source of weakness I considered. I don't know if I had the money to get it and other things that I thought were essential in the same shop. I wonder if I would have completely changed that fight had I taken the Blind. Obviously, if I'd drawn differently, Whirlwind not in turn 1, things like that, that fight would have gone way differently. But, you can't control that kind of thing. You can influence it, but you can't control it. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.